My name is Ben Johnson. I'm the current president of Martin Coffee Company. I'm a third-generation coffee roaster. The story of Martin Coffee actually started in 1934 when my grandfather came to Jacksonville. He was the first salesman for a company called Bingham Coffee Company. He worked there for many years, and then in 1957 he opened up Martin Coffee Company. And we've been in downtown Jacksonville ever since. We're using still the same coffee equipment and roasting equipment that my grandfather started with in '57. And actually a lot of our roasting equipment and our grinders predate Martin Coffee, and they originally were built in the '30s. So the technology of roasting coffee has exactly stayed the same. There's been no differences. There's a lot more computers and bells and whistles on the new equipment, but the traditional roasting process is completely the same. It's the same equipment I started on when I was a little kid, and we look forward to using that same tradition, that same consistency of roasting, for many more years to come. Martin Coffee, for the last 62 years, have now become Jacksonville's oldest independent coffee roaster. It's a lot of fun with what we do. We service some of the area's finest restaurants and hotels. We do a lot of coffee shops as well as office buildings and offices. So it's fun to think that how many thousands of people in Jacksonville wake up and start their mornings with a cup of our coffee. Being a small family-run business, I get to wear many, many hats. It starts mainly working with the customers and making sure the customers are happy, making sure they have the freshest roasted coffees. But all that starts with finding and selecting some of the best coffees around the world. So that's what I work with some of the growers as well as our brokers, making sure that we're getting those best beans or arranging shipments to our roasting plant. My grandfather would always smell like coffee. My dad would come home from work and smell like coffee, and now I go home and I smell like coffee. So it's a lot of fun carrying on the family tradition. A lot of the things that I remember as a little kid, have followed me all the way through this whole career. So I've been in the business for 20 years, and I hope to be doing it many more years.